Hi-ho everybody! Welcome! Today is vlog number 51. So you're going to notice a couple things today with the whole vlog thing going on. First is this neat little date thing over here in the corner. You'll notice over here. Just found that in the settings, so I thought it'd be cool to actually display the date while I'm doing my whole video. Not that it matters that much, but I don't know, I thought it was kind of cool. And secondly, I'm not wearing any makeup today because I'm kind of lazy and I just didn't feel like putting any on. I like wearing makeup sometimes because then I can hide all my facial flaws. But today I really didn't feel like putting any on. I got a little lip gloss on because I usually wear lip gloss, but as for the other stuff, I just thought I don't really feel like it. So anyway, considering I gotta go to work anyway, and I gotta take it off before I go to work because it's gonna look like crap after that anyway, it's alright. But anyway, yeah, I hope everybody enjoyed the last vlog that I did, number 50, the epic number 50, from Darth Peach's little bear cave down there. Yeah, that was kind of fun, and it proved that I actually do go out as a girl and do things and interact with people as a girl. It's not just at home and in front of the camera where I'm a girl everywhere. I'm full-time. So anyway, yeah, that was fun. And I was not drunk. I was barely even buzzed. Started getting a little dizzy when I turned my head from side to side. That's a little buzzed. I was not drunk. I will never be drunk, and I intend to keep it that way. I've been buzzed before, so I know what it's like, but I'm not going to kill any brain cells up here because I need every single one that I can possibly get. There is no room to kill any. I don't have enough as it is. So anyway, yeah, on to the topic today. The topic today is what stands in people's way. Basically, what stood in my way as far as transition. Because apparently I've been taking longer than some people think it should have taken me. But there's a good reason for that. Number one is money. Number two is school, and number three is family. Now, money dictates everything we do. Obviously, that's pretty basic. If you have money, you can go out and do things. Like, if you have money, you can buy a new car. If you don't have money, you're going to have to buy a shitty car. Or maybe not even a car at all. Maybe you'll have to walk. Whatever. But money dictates all decisions. And I'm young, okay? That's obvious. I don't have a heck of a lot of money. Young people really don't have a lot of money. Most people that were my age are starving college students. Basically, I'm not starving, but I still don't have a lot of money. And you have to have money to get surgeries. And, well, I know there are some places out there where you can go and you can get money for a surgery and pay it back to them like a loan. Because obviously you're not going to be able to make payments on a surgery to a surgeon. Because that just doesn't work that way. But I didn't even know that those places that you can take out the money and pay back like a loan even existed until maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago. I didn't even know they existed. So there wasn't much hope in me actually searching for one. Because why are you going to search if you don't know it exists? It's kind of like, you know, when I decided to search to see what was after a terabyte and found out that it was a petabyte. I knew it existed, so I searched for it. Anyway, who cares? But anyway, so that was the first thing that stood in my way, money. And I'm sure that follows for a lot of transgendered people out there. They just don't have the money to do things like that. And the second one is school. Now, when I was starting out my transition and just getting things going, I was in college. And a lot of people told me, forget about transition and concentrate on your education. Because your education is going to take you a heck of a lot farther than any transition is. And if you have your education and you get a good job, then your transition is going to be a breeze. Well, sage advice. But you can only sit on your hands and do nothing for so long before it drives you crazy. Which was the case with me. I tried to just do nothing. I did things that I could do. For one, I grew out my hair. So if anyone wants to know, this is my real hair. It's not going anywhere. And, you know, I kind of got my ears pierced later on, and, you know, I started hormones and all that sort of stuff. Stuff that would be gradual and not that big of a deal. So I did do something. I wasn't going to go out and get like breast implants or anything, or the actual SRS, and just, you know, come back to school and say, hey, how's it going? Look at me. Anyway, so yeah, I did what I could, and now that I'm out of school, I'm working on saving up money to do certain other things. Right now it's the electrolysis, which I did go and try to get, but the lady that did it was out to lunch, even though it was 2:30 in the afternoon, and wouldn't be available to even do anything till 4 o'clock, which was when I wanted to start sleeping and rest up for work. Wasn't going to wait around until 4 o'clock, because I really didn't even want to start it, because you need an appointment, which I'll be making, but I just wanted her to look at me and say how long it's going to take and how much money it's going to cost. I really only have a couple problem areas, here, here, and here. So, I mean, right here it's really sparse, and even after a week you can't see anything anyway. Now, if I looked like Darth Peaches, Tyson, the bear, it'd take a long time. Be really expensive. But anyway, that's a different story. The last thing that stood in my way was my family. Now, when I told my family initially that I was, you know, transgendered, they obviously took me to therapy right away, as most parents would. And after a couple of sessions, we had this big talk where they say, you know, if you want to do this, we know we can't stop you, because you're obviously old enough to make your own decisions, and, you know, I've always been kind of stubborn, and when I wanted something, I did it anyway. So they said, if you really want to do this, we can't stop you, but the main thing is we don't want to see it. And that whole we don't want to see it reverberated in my head like some kind of jackhammer. So I'm like, okay, I respect my parents enough, and I love my parents enough that I will grant that wish. I will put my transition on hold until I move away. And then I'll go to some place like Los Angeles or San Diego or, you know, Orlando, someplace far away where I probably will never see them very much. And then I'll go full time when I get there, because then they won't have to see it. I'll leave one way, come back another way. They don't have to see the whole in-between process and whatever. You know, and I always planned on moving away anyway and going stealth and yada yada yada. But you can only try that for so long as well, because obviously I'm still here and I can't freaking wait. I couldn't wait, and you know, I was pretty much talked into and got the confidence from Tamsin to go full-time when I came back from Australia the first time in March. And, you know, I kind of went off at my parents right there in the airport, because immediately when I came back, they started using the wrong pronouns, and they started using the wrong name, and it really irritated me, because for the last month, I hadn't had to hear that at all. And it was so nice, and then he'd come back, and it's just like, no! Stop it! So, yeah, I kind of went off on them, and they've been doing better now. I'm full-time. They're okay with it, and they're trying their hardest to get used to it and to call me the right name and do all that stuff and use the right pronouns. Still haven't gotten it yet, but, you know, whenever they call me the wrong name, I'm like, I don't know who the heck you're talking to, because there's no one around. There's no one here of that name. But anyway, yeah, so that's pretty much it. And since I'm just about out of time, I think I'm going to end it here. But that's the 3 things that stood in my way. Family, school, money. Put those 3 big things together and it kind of creates a roadblock. But some of them are gone, and things are going pretty good now. It's just going. But anyway, before I run out of time, I'm just going to say bye-bye, everybody. And here, you can do it. I'll hold them down. See you next time.